What is a lich? The word lich in both archaic English and German means corpse or cadaver. A lich is often a powerful sorcerer or king who has achieved immortality. They achieve this by binding their intellect and soul into a small object, often a charm or an amulet. This is now a phylactery. Once their physical body dies, they are reincarnated by their phylactery, and they live on as a lich. A modern example of this would be in Harry Potter, where we see Lord Voldemort store parts of his soul into objects known as Horcruxes, meaning that he cannot be killed until all the Horcruxes are destroyed. A lich cannot be killed until their phylactery has been destroyed, resulting in them having no real weaknesses. A lich's power can be seen as limitless, as they are no longer held back by constraints such as mortality. They have all the time to practice their skills and acquire knowledge. Their bodies often appear desiccated, withered flesh stretched across horribly visible bones. In some places they appear completely skeletal. They often appear as zombie-like, however there are some drastic differences between the two. When one becomes a lich, they retain all the knowledge and powers they previously had. Unlike zombies, they remain a single-minded entity, whereas zombies are more of a hive mind and are driven by the need to devour flesh. They are often depicted as holding power over lesser undead creatures, being able to use them as servants or soldiers whenever needed. As a large amount of lich were sorcerers in their previous lives, their weapon of choice appears to be an enchanted staff, with those who were kings still wielding swords. Recent adaptations show them being able to wield frost magic as well as cast necrotic spells. The Lich rose to popularity in the 1970s and 80s through the board game Dungeons & Dragons. In the early 2000s, the Lich appeared in Blizzard's Warcraft universe as none other than Arthas, the Lich King himself. The Lich's appearances in mainstream media seem to have been limited in the recent years. However, with characters such as Lord Voldemort from the Harry Potter franchise and the Night King of Game of Thrones, the character's popularity in the role of the main villain seems to be growing. There isn't too much information around about the Night King, and some of you may disagree with me, as I believe the Night King is in fact a Lich. He may not possess all of the traits that you associate with a Lich, however some of the similarities are uncanny. His withered face and bony exterior means that he looks the part. He also seems to have control over vast armies of the undead. He even has the ability to turn others, including creatures, into undead servants that will do his bidding. With the increase in popularity of the Lich in mainstream media, we might just be seeing more of our bony friend in the future. If you've enjoyed this video, then please go ahead and leave it a like. Consider subscribing if folklore and mythology is something that interests you. If you have anything you'd like to discuss or have any ideas for future videos, then please go ahead and let me know in the comments below. As always, I've been your host, Mythology and Folklore Explained.